ശ്രീ ഗുരുഭ്യോ നമഃ. ഹരിഃ ഓം. ഓം ന കർമ്മണാ ന പ്രജയാ ധനേന ത്യാഗേനൈകേ അമൃതത്വമാനശു പരേണ നാകം നിഹിതം ഗുഹായാം വിഭ്രാജതേ തത്തദയോ വിശന്തി വേദാന്ത വിജ്ഞാന സുനിശ്ചിതാർത്ഥാ സന്യാസയോഗാദ്യതയഃ ശുദ്ധസത്വാഃ ते ब्रह्मलोके तु परान्तकाले परामृतात् परिमुच्यन्ते सर्वे दह्रं विपापं परमेष्मभूतं यत्पुण्डरीकं पुरमध्यसग्रस्थं तत्रापि दह्रं गहनं विशोकस्तस्मिन् यदन्तस्तदुपासितव्यं यो वेदादौ स्वरः प्रोक्तो वेदान्ते च प्रतिष्ठितः तस्य प्रकृतिलीनस्य यः परस महेश्वरः न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भाषा सर्वमिदं विभाति. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. हरिः ॐ तत्सत्.
ओम अमृतेश्वरे नमः. 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 ധ്യായാമോ ധവളാവഗുണ്ഠനവതീം തേജോമയീം നൈഷ്ഠികീം സ്നിഗ്ധാപാംഗവിലോകിനീം ഭഗവതീം മന്ദസ്മിതശ്രീമുഖീം വാത്സല്യാമൃതവർഷിണി സുമധുരം സങ്കീർത്തനാലാപിനി ശ്യാമാംഗീം മധുസിക്തസൂക്തിം അമൃതാനന്ദാത്മികാമീശ്വരീ. ഓം ശ്രീ ഗുരുഭ്യോ നമഃ. ഹരിഃ ഓം.
Om Namachivaya, Om Amideshwari Namaha. My humble pranams at the love-bound lotus feet of our Sadguru Amma. A warm and delighted welcome to the dignitaries and one and all present here. It's time to begin our intellectual journey. We are blessed with the presence of Swami Purnamritananda Puri Ji with us for the first session on KARMAYOGAM for teachers. Now I invite Sri Neduman Sir, AV Principal Ettimadai, to introduce and welcome. Please, sir.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Amriteshwariye Namaha. My humble pranams at the love-bounded lotus feet of our beloved Amma. On behalf of organizing committee, we extend a heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you present here. பாரத நாடு பழம்பெரும் நாடு நீரதன் புதல்வர் இந்நினைவகற்றாதீர். Today is the second day, the auspicious morning for our cultural education camp 2026, centered the lofty ideal of Karma Yoga. Yesterday, we had listened to the Swamiji's and disciples of our Sadguru Amma for the whole day, right from 5:30 in the morning till 10:30 in the evening, blended with various activities which elevated our body, mind, and soul. In the words of Bharati, கண்ணில் தெரியும் பொருளினை கைகள் கவர்ந்திட மாட்டாவோ, அட மண்ணில் தெரியுது வானம், அது நம்ம வசப்படலாகாதோ, எண்ணி எண்ணி பல நாளும் முயன்றிங்கு இறுதியிற் சோர்வோமோ, அட விண்ணிலும் மண்ணிலும் கண்ணிலும் எண்ணிலும் மேவு பராசக்தியே. என்ன வரங்கள் பெருமைகள் வெற்றிகள் எத்தனை மேன்மைகளோ, தன்னை வென்றால் அவை யாவும் பெறுவது சத்தியமாகும் என்று முன்னை முனிவர் முறைத்த மறைப்பொருள் முற்றுமுணர்ந்த பின்பும் தன்னை வென்றாலும் திறமை பெறாதிங்கு தாழ்வுற்று நிற்போமோ. The words of Bharati. The second day starts with the rare blessing which has been offered to us in the divine presence of our senior-most disciple of our Amma, Swami Purnamritananda Puri Ji, very senior renunciate disciple of Sadguru Amma, and the General Secretary of the Reverend Mata Amritanandamayi Math. From the disciplined realm of science and technology, at the distinguished Raman Research Institute, where normally the research on light happens, from the research of light to research of eternal light, with the in the boundless field of spiritual service, Swamiji's life is a luminous journey from inquiry to inner illumination. In Swamiji's quest for truth, Swamiji found Sadguru Amma, and in that sacred finding, Swamiji found a purpose. For over 4 decades, Swamiji has served tirelessly, carrying Amma's message of love, compassion, and selfless action across the world. Swamiji's inner experience have also blossomed into profound literary expressions through Swamiji's works as expression of eternal and unforgettable memories. These are not merely writings, but reflection of a life lived in the presence of the Divine Mother, offering readers and seekers glimpses into subtle depth of spirituality and devotion. And yet, beyond thought and word, there flows from Swamiji's a more subtle grace, the music of the flute. Swamiji's flute is not a performance, it is a prayer. Each note carries stillness, each silence speaks. In the divine resonance, we experiences the glimpses of the Mother Divine, the glimpses of Karma Yoga, not as philosophy, but as a living truth. On this blessed morning, let us attune ourselves like the flute, steady, surrendered, and receptive, so that every action of ours becomes an offering at the feet of our Divine Mother. With a deep humility and immense joy, we extend heartfelt welcome to our Swamiji and to all the dignitaries present here, the disciples of Amma, correspondent Amma, managers, and education officer, academic advisor, and all the distinguished guests to this second day of Jnana Velvi. Yet again, on behalf of Amrita Vidyalayam Central Office, we offer our hearty welcome to one and all present here. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you, sir. So it's now time to felicitate Swamiji, whose presence has truly blessed this occasion. I request Nedmoran sir to proceed for this. Please, sir. We humbly request Swamiji to accept our token of gratitude. Please, Swamiji. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Swamiji. It's my privilege to invite Swami Amritanandamayi Puri Ji to grace the stage. Please, Swamiji.
Extremely Swami, sorry Swami. Just it is Purnamritananda Puri Ji. Namaskar.
I have so many different names given by the devotees. Even now the old early devotees called Sriman. That was how they used to call us, even after wearing orange robe. There are many different names. They say sometimes people call Purnananda Swami, Purnamritananda Swami, and also it's only expression. Name is actually for a sannyasi, no body is there. You can call any name. Whatever we say after I is wrong. Only I is correct. That's what Vedanta says. I have, as Shankaracharya say, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I have no name, no place. Actually, that's a real I. When Lord Krishna said, I, it is not the individual I. cosmic I. When Amma says I, it is not individual I. No individuality for them. The whole universe becomes their I. So, my pranams to all of you, all the embodiments of all the divine mothers, special plus pranams to all of you. So beautiful to see all of you together in this hall for this camp. And usually when I heard the subject about the Karma Yoga, it is better to speak in Tamil, but I don't speak Tamil because it's a Rajasic language. English is a Rajasic language, but not a Devar Bhasha, not a divine language. But Tamil is the only language this extremely Rajasic, make everybody active, and also it is Devar Bhasha, the language of the gods. So the very inspiring, very poetic. I love to learn it. Whenever I try to speak in Tamil, it became Malayalam. Because Malayalam, actually, we can say it's a mixture of Tamil and Sanskrit. So I can understand Tamil very well. And Amma also, during her Devi Bhavas in early days, she used to speak only Tamil, not ordinary Tamil, very tough Tamil. And that was how the first group of devotees came from Tamil Nadu, Madurai. They came and hearing Amma's way of talking, style of the accent and everything, she is nobody other than Madhura Meenakshi herself. Because Amma was speaking the slang of the Madurai people in Devi Bhava. And especially when she becomes very angry, we speak tough Tamil. Then one day I asked Amma, why when you, even other time also, sometimes in those days, even other time also, when she became very angry, she used Tamil words. Then I used to ask, why you, in Devi Bhava, when you become very angry time, why you speak Tamil? You speak in Malayalam, then people can understand better way. Because local people don't speak Tamil. Then Amma said, Malayalam is not enough to scold. Tamil is very sharp. And immediately it pierces into the heart. And but Tamil is Devar Bhasha. In Sanskrit, you cannot scold anyone. If you want to scold somebody in Sanskrit, Pavan, Pavadi, like that. So we are going to discuss Karma Yoga. Actually, this is not a prepared class. Usually I don't prepare. Whatever I feel, I tell you. After seeing your expression, usually, but Amma says, when you take classes for people, you should not waste their time. You have to prepare well. But I was not in a position to prepare speech because Amma's Ernakulam visit is there. So I was so busy with, after 6 years, she is coming to Cochin and very busy with the meetings. In between, I could find some time to come here. So today we are going to discuss about how Karma Yoga principle are applicable for our day-to-day life. You know, Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all the Vedas, all the Upanishads. It's how to live in this world without being affected by the problems of life. All of us want to enjoy life. All of us want to become successful in our life. But in reality, even though we want happiness, it is so difficult to find happiness in our busy life. It is so difficult to get the bliss of relaxation in this active in our activities, because from birth to death we perform action, and we are throughout our life we are engaged and never get enough time to enjoy. We can, if you look at Amma, you can see how you can really enjoy life, how to enjoy the bliss of relaxation while performing action. It is possible when there is love. When whatever actions comes out of love is effortless. That is spirituality. Perform every actions with love, perfection. So when we perform whatever actions comes out of love is spiritual action, worship to God, and whatever actions comes out of selfishness is worldly. So in worldly actions, we put lot of effort. But in spiritual action, this becomes effortless. Actually, there is nothing to like worldliness and spiritual world, but every action can become a worship to God if it comes out of love. So in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan explains about different types of yogas. What is yoga? That which connect you to the Supreme, to God. So everything can become a yoga. Krishna explains few different types of yoga. That is Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga, Jnana Yoga. There are other yogas also. Mainly, we can think about that. Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga, Jnana Yoga. Karma Yoga means path of action, path of work, path of service. Bhakti Yoga, path of love. Raja Yoga, path of meditation. Jnana Yoga, path of wisdom, not knowledge, path of wisdom. So he explains about so many different types of yoga. Actually, when you go to a Gurukula, usually ancient time, in Gurukula, the Guru would ask you to do physical work, starting from the physical level. To become successful in our life, we have to start from the physical level because we are very connected with the physical body. Correction should be done from the physical level. Discipline should be practiced from the physical level. So Guru give physical work. Amma used to give us those work in early days. When we stayed with Amma, we had to do only 4 or 5 brahmacharis. They were doing all the work of the ashram, including bringing water from the other side of the backwater. Early morning, 3:30, we have to go to the other side of the backwater to collect water because only that time in the pipe water will be available. So, including Amma would come there. We collect water in huge vessels, put them in a boat, then we bring it to the other side. Then Amma also will carry the biggest vessel. And when we carry it, it becomes like Kathakali like this. But Amma can hold because she can accept the weight of the whole world. She is carrying the weight of the whole world. So it is very easy for Kali to carry water. And after that, pouring all the water in the tank, Why this Amma collecting water for her devotees? Devotees will come, and they will come and take water and waste water. They do not know how this water coming from the other side of the backwater already 3:30 in the morning. But Amma enjoys that real Karma Yoga. No expectation. Even if they waste, no problem. Let them waste. Don't complain. So when you perform an action without complaint, enjoying that action, doing with perfection, with love, Karma Yoga. Demonstration of Karma Yoga. That was how Amma those days, she taught us that. How to perform action with love. So when you do that, you will get happiness. When you do something with selfishness, always disturbance will be there. Mental disturbance will be there. Here, no expectation. In Gurukulas, when you do something perfectly, you are not going to get praise from the master. Amma will never praise us. In front of us, in front of other people she would say, but in front of us, because of you wasted all these things. You have done it all the wrong way. She blames us indirectly, but for others she would praise. A real Guru never allowed to increase our ego. Their duty is to just remove the karmas, just remove the ego. So when we say about Karma Yoga, many people use karma for different words actually. Karma, action is there. And karma also, another meaning of karma is the effect of action. That's also we call karma. So how to convert our karmas, how to dissolve our effect of our karmas, for that, how to perform action. If you know the secret behind the karma theory, really you can enjoy life. You will never worry once you know the secret behind the karma theory. No religion other than Hinduism can explain the reason for human suffering. If God is compassionate, if God is embodiment of love, how so many people suffer in this world? That was my question when I met Amma. How can they suffer when God is there? Only answer is karma theory. Because we should know that the answer from Amma was God is embodiment of love, embodiment of compassion, but nature has only rules. No compassion. If when we live in this world, you are supposed to follow certain rules. If you do not follow those rules, you may get the reaction. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. It can come back as karma. So, God is not doing anything. In Puranas, you can see, they say, in Yamaloka, there's a person named Chitragupta. He's an artist. He always draws pictures. At one time, he can draw millions, crores of pictures of every person's thoughts and action are picturized by Chitragupta. So after death, when you go to the immigration place, Chitragupta is there, he'll be there. He will watch your life movie. Oh, this was you are doing. Eh? For every thought, drawing is there. Every action, drawing is there. Then if you try to ask doubt, why I have to go to the hell? I have not done any mistake in my life. Yes, that's true. But you did not do any good things also. No good action also. You are not supposed to not doing, not only not to do mistakes, but also supposed to do good actions. This precious body is given, powerful mind is given, a human life is given. You have passed 84 lakhs classes. One more promotion was enough to become God, but you wasted that chance. Go back to the world of whims. Immediate judgment comes. So we are supposed to perform good actions also. And also there is there, maybe you did not do any bad actions using your body, but if you have done something bad using your mind, that is also punishable mistake. For the eye of the nature, it is nature's rule, not God, not have no connection with this. So when you think a negative thought, Chitrakuta is drawing, already drawn. No difference between the drawing of the physical action and the mental action. It is just like in a dream. Dream is illusion, we know. Dream is an illusion, but in a dream, if there's a painful situation, you suffer. Exactly like while you were in the waking state. Suffering between in the waking state and suffering in the dream world, there's no difference. Pain is pain. So while we are living in this world, even though it is an illusion, but suffering is suffering. Why so much suffering? Only if there is suffering, people will find how to wake up from this dream world to the superconscious plane. So suffering should be there to go beyond. I used to think when I was a child, why when there is a wound, why is a pain? Why would we don't like pain? But it's a real blessing, you know that. If there is no pain, you will never treat that wound. Diabetic patients, they had to amputate their leg because they did not feel any pain. When there is a pain, we will try to apply medicine and get cured. Like that, if there was no suffering, if everybody was so comfortable here on earth, he will never get a chance to get a promotion to the next level. So God wants us to become God, to reach the supreme state of perfection. That's why this life is given. One more promotion, you are going the supreme state of perfection. For that, this is an opportunity. You need not have to suffer to reach that supreme state of perfection if you know how to convert this worldly life into a spiritual life. Krishna did not allow Arjuna to run away from the battlefield because this is created for you. This world is created for you. You were born in such and such family. You were supposed to mingle with those family members. Nature can never make any mistake. You were born in a family. God's children came as your children, your husband, your wife, your relatives, all are God's children. A different combination is given in different families so that together they can help you to get rid of the effects of your past action, purify you, and take you to the next level. So even our enemies are helping us indirectly to help us to rise up to the next level. No one is our enemy. If somebody is blaming you, if somebody is hurting you, they are also helping you indirectly because they are accepting your sins. They are taking away your sins. So you can request people, please blame me. Please show anger to me. So if somebody shows anger, you can also become happy inside. They are taking some of our karmas. Let them take. No complaint. Karma yoga. But you should know how to protect yourself. That's our duty. No? So in Karma Yoga, you can see the Karma Yoga is the path of work, path of action. Bhakti Yoga is path of love. Raja Yoga is path of meditation. Jnana Yoga is path of knowledge or wisdom. So we can, to understand Karma Yoga, we can just go through the meaning of these four. In Karma Yoga, there is a usual problem in Karma Yoga. That is because most of our actions are connected with our selfishness. Everybody can perform action with selfishness, but very difficult to perform action without selfishness. So when you perform your actions without selfishness, karma becomes Karma Yoga. Very simple. Any actions without selfishness, with perfection, becomes Karma Yoga. Means when you perform an action, it can become a worship to God when you perform that actions with love, with perfection, without selfishness. And Bhakti Yoga, path of love. Whatever actions you perform with love, without expectation. Whatever actions comes out of love, become a worship to God. That is Bhakti Yoga. And a Raja Yoga, whatever actions when you do with a focused mind, when you the focused mind means you reach the state of meditation. When a surgeon does a surgery for 16 hours, sometimes 22 hours, standing, no thoughts about his family can disturb him. He is doing it with such a focused mind, without any oscillation, trying his best to save the life of a patient. It's a very powerful meditation. He can get the same effect of tapas in the eye of the nature. It is a Karma Yoga. So in meditation, focused mind, then Raja Yoga, Jnana Yoga, path of wisdom. That is possible. All our present knowledge is eliminated. That's the duty of the master. At present, we think that we know so many things. All of us have our own ideas. We have downloaded all the unwanted informations in the hard disk of our mind. And the teachers give informations, give knowledge. Masters delete all those knowledge. Then you get wisdom. So as long as the projection of the mind is there, you will not be able to enjoy the beauty of reality. In a theater, when projections are there, we may not be able to see the screen. Actually, here it is slightly different. In theater, the screen is not that beautiful. Projection is beautiful. But in reality, here, the screen is much more beautiful than the projections. In the projection, give the impression that this world is full of suffering. It is not true. You will come to know the real beauty of life when the projections are stopped. That was the experience of Lord Buddha. He wanted to find solution for human problems, and after realization, he came to know that there are no problems. That is a supreme state of experience. So all these yogas will help us to get that supreme experience. So how we can perform our actions, convert our actions into karma yoga. I couldn't hear your presentation yesterday. I will hear it later about the karma yoga. But you must be knowing teachers. Teachers must know how to convert your profession into a karma yoga. Because you are handling so many students, you are transforming the life of generations. Because whatever you give in the mind of the children, there will be a chain reaction for generations. So when Chitragupta draw pictures, if you have done your profession very well, your pictures may be beautiful, otherwise it will be horrible. Because you can become the cause of destruction also, like a Trump. I think you did not get good teachers. So a teacher can transform the life of not only the students, millions of people. If one person change, there will be a chain reaction, and it can experienced by millions of people. So when a teacher do their duty, they should be very careful. Amma says, a real teacher can see the differences in the students. As I told you before, we are all different personalities. All the students are not the same. They are not coming from the same family, from different living situations. Their character will be different. Grasping power will be different. So some people, some students, they may be Swatik. They can grasp very fast. Sattvic students, they can sit quiet with a meditative mind and listen to the teacher properly, understand very well. Effortless. For them, learning is effortless. Teachers will be very comfortable with that student. But the duty of the teacher is to inspire every student, not only one category student. So there will be Rajasic student. So for the Rajasic student, it is very difficult to teach them. They like activity. So you have to give inspiration to them. Inspire them. Then even in imagination, they love activities. So when you handle them, as teachers, they will be knowing. After a few classes, they can understand who is Sattvic student, who is Rajasic student, who is Tamasic student. Tamasic students need motivation. Everybody blame him. You good for nothing. He believed that also. So teachers should be able to motivate such students. No, nobody is actually a fool. Everybody is potentially, there is talents within us. It depends upon the life situations. Certain talents are not activated, that's all. I remember one brahmachari wanted to learn music. Early days in the ashram, while we were staying there, Amma, for bhajan, I used to play harmonium and Pranavasamy used to play tabla, and everybody started practicing themselves instruments, to learn instruments so that they can sing in front of Amma. So when Brahmachari started coming, there are so many numbers, and they also wanted to learn. Nobody was there to teach them any instrument. Then Amma said, to learn any instrument, first you learn music. So Amma arranged a teacher from Karnagapalli, and he came to teach music. And you know, only talent is needed to learn music now. One of the Brahmacharis, he cannot find the difference between sa and pa. He will say sa, the teacher will say sa, then he will say sa, that's correct. Pa, he will say pa. The teacher tried several times. Finally, he said, you are wrong. You say pa. He said pa. He asked, what is wrong with that? You are also telling pa, I am also telling pa. Then finally, teacher said, tried for a few months, and he said, better I don't come here. Because of you, I am not going to come. He didn't give up. He went to his house. With the permission of Amma, he learned music. Now he is singing very well. I am not going to tell you his name. Anything is possible if there is dedication and grace. So any student can become extremely smarter if there is motivation. Usually nobody is there in this world to inspire us. There are so many people to disappoint us. Many people are ready to suggest punishment for our mistakes. Nobody is there to show compassion except a master. That's how master is so important in our life. A guru is so important so that guru can never find any defects in us. They can only see the divinity shining within us. So it is easy for them to forgive us for our mistakes. So teachers should have that psychological approach to the students. How to get connected with the student. This, especially, I think all of you are handling teenagers. Now, most of the houses, I have the problems of every house because since so many years, I am listening the problems of the students, especially all the families tell their problems to Amma. And also while traveling outside, we translate the problems. And also I deal with the students' problems a lot. So I know the problems of the students very well. Majority of the girls have more problems than boys. And there are reasons. Most of the house, there is fight between teenage daughters and the mothers. Mother is also exactly like a teenage girl because after their 40s, their hormone system changes, confused state. Teenage also it is like that. Their hormone system changes. For silly reason, they get irritated. Mothers, for silly reason, they become very anxious. And there will be fight between mother and daughter. And after a fight, they are coming into the class. They won't behave properly. The teachers should be more, should have psychological approach. So Amma says it's very easy for us to get connected in the beginning, show some affection. That's why teachers should be combination of mother and master. Sri Matre Namaha, Sri Maharajni Namaha. Use can be mother and Maharajni, controlling power, class control. So our profession can become a worship to God. Karma to yoga. Early days, I remember one incident when Amma came for the evening bhajan. Those days the bhajan was in a small temple. That was the only building in the ashram. A kalari, we used to say, kalari. In front of the kalari, a small veranda is there. Amma used to sing there, and the bhajan group sit there, and all the devotees will be standing outside. Only that much space was there. The place where people used to stand and listen Amma's bhajan, that place was filled with stones. Stones mean huge stones for the construction of the new building was brought there, put there. Then when Amma came, Amma saw so many rock pieces everywhere, huge. And what to do with that? No space for devotees to come and see Amma's darshan. And Amma went there. You can see the video of Amma carrying heavy stone. Amma just started carrying stones from there on her head. And within few minutes, all the stones were removed by devotees. Devotees who were complaining started taking and started running with the rock because they don't want Amma to carry any more rocks, any more stone. So even elderly people started carrying it and running. Within few minutes, that place was cleared. Karma became effortless. Karma becomes effortless when there is love. Karma becomes karma yoga when it is done with love. Simple things. All these are lessons for us. So that's what Amma mentioning. Actions of a mother when she takes care of her child, and when you watch the actions of a maid taking care of somebody's child. Sometimes the maid may do better job than mother, but there is something missing in her actions. Love and affection of a mother. So that cannot become karma yoga. If she can do with the love of and affection of a mother, the same work become karma yoga. Otherwise, duty. Many of us are doing our work perfectly, but it's only duty. No matter whether the house or the office because I'm doing duty on time, I'm coming on time, going back on time. It's a duty. But when you watch Amma giving darshan, she never look into the watch. She has no watch. She doesn't want to stop. That's the problem. No break. She continues. Everybody become very tired. After a public program, even morning 11, Amma would be continuing her giving darshan. Who were sitting around Amma become very tired at the thinking when Amma is going to stop. But Amma gets more energy. At the end, Amma gets more and more energy because when you perform something out of love, the nature will give you extra energy, extra support. Life can become a blissful experience. So, in Karma Yoga, the main complaint from the people that criticized was Karmanyavadi Karaste Mahabhaleshu Katajana. You have the freedom to perform action. You have the right to perform action, not to the result. It doesn't mean that you should not expect result. It is impossible to perform any action without expecting result, no? Everybody expects it, but don't just work for just result. That's the thing. You should be able to enjoy while performing your action. You will be able to enjoy the action itself. So if you are anxious about the result, when you say this to a student, to motivate a student, we cannot say that you should not expect good mark. That is natural. He will expect. But you should be able to enjoy studies. And also another opportunity is there. One person thinking, I work to make money, and part of that money, I will use that money to help other people also. That means it's not working just with selfishness. So any action can converted into Karma Yoga. Action alone is not enough. Your attitude is much more important than your actions. That's why it is said, Manakritam kritam na sharira kritam kritam. This is the advice given by Vasishtha Maharshi to Sri Rama. Sri Rama, after the Gurukula education, he did not want to enter into the householder life. You know, Gurukula education teaches, give you the clear picture of life. What is the nature of this world? Why we are here? What is the purpose of life? Nobody is your own. Everything changes. Even your own body not belongs to you. It belongs to the nature, God. Nature will withdraw it. Take it back. So you own nothing. So you should be able to find something while using this body, mind and intellect. All these lessons were taught. When he heard about the impermanent nature of this world, he decided, I don't want to enter into the householder life. Then his father was very much worried. He requested Kulaguru Vasishtha to advise Rama. That is Yoga Vasishtha. The yoga advised by Vasishtha Maharshi. In that there's a story. Shall I tell that? Otherwise you will sleep. Yoga Vasishtha, one story. In a kingdom, queen was very relaxed, very happy. King was very disturbed, because he was always anxious about the country, about his subjects, about enemies, and always busy, never take any rest. He go around the country several times every month and talk to people. Nice king, but with a disturbed mind. But when he watches his wife, she was always happy. Then, and also he noticed that her physical beauty increasing even when she becoming aged. Every year she is becoming more and more beautiful. One day he asked her, what is the secret? Because there's a reason for asking it. Somebody told him, your wife is a realized soul, jnani. Be careful when you deal with your wife. She has all powers, all siddhis. Then one day he asked her, you are not disturbed by any problems of this country. I am not even not sleeping very well, thinking about the problems of the people. How can you become so careless about all these things? Ignore all these things. Why you are happy? Final question came. Why you became more and more beautiful? I am getting old. Then wife said, I don't know. She did not give answer because she knew that no husband is going to accept that wife is higher in a higher level than her husband. So, but she, because she was realized, she wanted to give this blissful experience to her husband also. So, husband, with the help of his master, he left the palace. He said, he came to know that she is really powerful. She has all siddhis. I want to get more than you. I am also going for tapas. You take care of the country. I am going. He went out. He left the palace, went to the forest, started doing intense penance. Long 8 years. And one day wife thought, poor husband, she did not know where he was. So she said she used her siddhi to find him. And she was flying without body. And found that he was in the middle of a forest doing tapas. She took the form of a brahmachari and appeared in front of him. And he opened his eyes. She asked, what are you doing here? He said, I am doing tapas. Are you getting peace here? He said, of course not. I did tapas for 8 years, but nothing happened. I am more disturbed now. Then she asked, how you did this tapas? Did you give up everything? He said, yes, I gave up my palace, my country, my beautiful wife, my subjects. Then, even then I did not get it. Then wife said, but whatever you brought here in this world and whatever you take back is only your own. Then he thought, maybe this body, I'm going to destroy it now itself. He was about to jump into the river and she said, wait, did you bring this body? Is it your own? Can you take it back after death? No, that means it's also your own. Then what? He asked, then what? Your ego. Your karmas. It is you brought it and you will take it back. Give up that. Then the Vasishta said, Manak kritam kritam Rama na sharira kritam kritam. This, she gave mandradisha to her husband without knowing it is wife. He listened to her advice. Within 6 months, he got realization. Again, wife came in the form of brahmachari and showed her real form and said, now you need not have to stay in the forest. You come back to the palace because manak kritam kritam na sharira kritam kritam. Before, when you left your palace outside, but the palace subjects, all the activities are still within. Whatever you gave up mentally, that is what is expected. Being in the middle of all these luxuries, by doing all these duties, if you are not attached mentally, that you are still like in an ashram or in the forest. So like that, actions without attachments. Action without attachments becomes karma yoga. Attachments means sincere actions with perfection, with love, without any attachments. Attachment means Bhagavad Gita start like this, the question like this. When you, my people and Pandavas, same family, that Dhritarashtra says, what happened in the warfield of Kurukshetra? There, my people and Pandu's children. That attitude creates all the problems in life. Over attachments to the Amma's love is not attachment. Amma's love is because of the feeling of oneness. Our love is with expectation, I love you. Recently, Amma said, if there is I and you, love is not there. If in real love, I and you disappears, merge together, that divine I will be there. I without ego. That's what Amma says, no. I am the I in you and you are the you in me. So both are together. Both are merged together. So in the moments of love, I and you disappears. We have iPhone, we have YouTube. Only I and you is there everywhere. But when it both disappears, you become the Atman. You will be able to enjoy the bliss of Atman. So this, even though if you want to perform Karma Yoga properly, we have to know about these 4 yogas. That's why I explained the other one. Starting from the physical level, that alone is not enough because we are combination of body, mind and intellect. So training is needed from the physical level when you perform actions perfectly with love. That's a training program. That's why in ashrams, early days, even Lord Krishna went to the forest to collect firewood for the master's wife. Physical work, when you do with love, with perfection, is also worship to God. So in a house, we can practice all these yogas. When we do things out of love, with perfection, then that itself is a worship to God. There's no separate time is not needed for worship actually. Everything is a worship to God. In the eye of nature, all our actions are worship to God. So, manakritam kritam, na sharira kritam kritam. I have not done any mistake using my physical body. But if you do some mistake using your mind, that is also kritam. Whatever you have done, using your mind is also done. The effect will be the same for physical action and mental action, because mental action means we are transmitting thought waves and it will stay back till the end of this universe. You cannot withdraw it. When you think about, you should be very careful. Once you release, it's like an atomic weapon. Once there is a leakage, no way to get it back. You know, the atomic radiation, they say it lasts for 25,000 years. So mental radiation is more powerful. So when you think negatively, means with negative thoughts, to erase it, only way is to chant a mantra all the time. Chanting mantra again and again, that can erase all the unwanted recordings from the subtle body. So that's why always have positive imagination. Then our actions will be pure and perfect and become Karma Yoga. So manakritam kritam na sharira kritam kritam. In our duty you can do physically, but heart should be also there. When a teacher teach the students thinking, my students, my children, many of them say like that, my children. And also students have more faith in their teachers than their mothers. My teachers are like this. You are not correct, mommy. They have more faith in teachers, though, especially school teachers. They have more influence on the students. So certainly you can transform the lives of so many students. They will sustain love forever. Afterwards, when they reach the college, it's impossible to change their personality. So, last, the Karma Yoga becomes Karma Yoga. Teachers should be a model. Because everybody watch the teachers, students imitate the teachers. The body language of the teacher, dress code of the teacher, expressions of the teacher, that influence the minds of the students. So, just seeing the face of the teachers, they should feel confidence in them, because we have a good teacher who can teach us properly. If there are problems in the house, don't worry, change the expressions in the classroom. Don't bring the expressions in the classroom. You should be a pleasant personality in front of your students. And the students should feel that my teacher is an ocean of knowledge with a tremendous strength. So whatever you say, they believe. So our personality is important. So to perform Karma Yoga properly, meditation is also needed. We should have a focused mind. So many thoughts can disturb us, that can influence us. It can reflect in our actions. So in our professional field also, if you want to perform your actions properly, you need practice. Because we are a combination of body, mind and intellect. So we need to train our mind also, starting from the chanting mantra. So in Gurukulas, even though when Guru suggests to perform actions, give so many work to the disciples, along with Guru gives an advice. Chant mantra all the time. Amma used to suggest us to chant mantra externally, not mentally. We may forget. So externally, a chant mantra while performing action. Don't give the mind to a chance for the mind to think, because if you allow the mind to think, it always go to the negative side of life. That's why in our life, if there's no work to do, we will have negative imaginations more than positive imagination. So, because we are the product of our present thoughts, we are the product of our karmas are the products of our present thoughts. Our destiny is the product of our present actions. We can change our destiny by changing the quality of our present thoughts. We have to teach the students also. Think positively. Inspire them. The teacher's personality should be inspiring. With a smile on their face, affection of a mother, strictness of a master. Combination. Now we will do a short meditation. And then you can sleep very well. So those who want to do Karma Yoga properly, they should start their karma after a spiritual practice. That is the conclusion. Unless you get some spiritual energy, it is not possible for us to do Karma Yoga. Karma we can do. To make it Karma Yoga, we should be able to a method to get certain purification. That is possible through our spiritual practices. All spiritual practices take us to the state of meditation and the state of wisdom. Okay? Keep your spine straight. I'm just going to do a short flute meditation, that's all. Then you can sleep, okay? If you want a sleeping meditation, I can play a sleeping song also. Let me test first. Testing or just testing. No, Shreya. No, Shreya. Keep your spine straight and close your eyes, please. Imagine that you are sitting near the ocean side, watching the beautiful sunset. Sunset. Best time. It is the death ceremony of the day. When you watch the sunset while sitting near the ocean side, alone, we can feel a pain of separation. This pain is there in all objects of this world. All the objects of this world is longing to merge back with the Supreme. Listen to this music. Feel that longing within. Meditate on the sunset. Feel the longing of the soul. Repeat Om Shanti and feel the peace within. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now we can open your eyes and relax. Actually, I conclude this talk with a reminder that if you really want to do karma yoga, if you really want your actions to become a worship to God, you should need the connection with this cosmic power. That is possible only when we become empty like a flute. The divine music will flow through the flute after several sacrifices. The dedication of a flute in front of the flute maker. It used red hot iron pieces to make the holes. Flute bear that without any complaints. In our life also, there can be so many difficult situations in our life. Don't get discouraged, disappointed. It is to take us to the next level. Essence of Bhagavad Gita says that, are you ready to face difficulties? That's what the question Krishna asked to Arjuna. Are you ready to fight? If you want to run away from this battlefield of life, my support will not be there. If you are ready to face, if you are ready to fight, you just throw an arrow, I will do the rest. My Sudarshana Chakra is enough to destroy the entire Kaurava armies within seconds. But I want you to throw at least one arrow. This is what God expects from us. Are you ready to face the challenges of life? If you are, then grace will come to us. One day somebody came and asked Amma, I am going to die. I cannot face all the problems of life. I want to die. Then I must say, okay, you do it now itself. I want to take care of other people who are ready to live. God doesn't want to spend time unnecessarily for the people who want to die. Let them die. There are many people who want to live. That is possible. Grace will go to that people who are ready to face the challenges of life. If you prepare your mind that I am ready to face any problems of life, means God will take care of everything. You don't have to worry about anything. God has to take care of such people because that is the sign of dedication. But grace will not goes to the lazy people. You should be able to perform whatever you are supposed to do. That's all. So, when you inspire students also can say, don't worry about the marks, but perform your duty perfectly. Grace will bring marks. Doesn't want to think about it. Don't spend your energy unnecessarily. Just perform your actions perfectly. So to do that, we need that kind of dedication. So Arjuna had the faith in Krishna. He knew that it is impossible to defeat all these Maharathas who were standing right in front of him in Kurukshetra war field. But he had strong faith in Krishna. This is what God expects from us. God is ready to do it for you, but allow God to take care of it. Only if you are ready to face, then nature will bring grace. Grace mark will be given to the students only if they write something. They are supposed to write something to get the grace mark. Like that, we are in the exam hall, writing the exam, and use your skill properly. That's all. the grace will come in our life. Nothing to worry about life. Everything is well programmed. Nature has programmed everything very well. Don't change the settings of the nature by changing your quality of your thoughts. If you think negatively, you are changing the settings. So positively change the think. When there is positive thoughts, the settings will change. If you have a strong determination, settings will change and nature will help you make it possible. That's why Ichha Shakti is so important. Strong determination. I am not going to suffer in my life. I am ready to accept everything, but I will transcend all the problems of life. God will give me the strength to overcome all these problems. Actually speaking, there is no comfortable place in this world. You have to make it comfortable. Our mind decides whether it is comfortable or not. So that can be done. Train your mind properly to make every place a comfortable place. So that we can experience by practicing spiritual practices, mantra japa, devotional singing, karma yoga, meditation. Finally, we get that supreme knowledge, wisdom, which reveals the secrets of this life. So may Amma bless all of you through your profession, through your household activities. Everything is spiritual actually. There's nothing worldly in this world. Everything is spiritual. So whatever action you perform, do it with love, without selfishness, with perfection. That is your tapas. And especially for teachers, they deserve special blessings from God, because you are going to transform the character of generations. Thank you so much for your patience. Namah Shivaya.
நமச்சிவாயா. செய் ஆனால் பற்றாதே. தன்னலமின்றி செய்யப்படும் செயல் உயர்ந்தது. சிறிய செயல்களே பெரிய மாற்றங்களை உருவாக்கும். அத்தகைய செயல்களில் நம் கடமை மட்டுமே நமக்கு உரியது. அதன் பலனை பற்றி நாம் கவலைப்பட வேண்டாம் என்ற கர்மயோகத்தின் அர்த்தத்தை முழுமையாக விளக்கியதற்கும், குழல் ஊதும் கண்ணனை போல் தங்களின் புல்லாங்குழல் ஓசை எங்களின் அனைவரையும் சிறிது ராதையாக மயங்கச் செய்தது எங்கள் சுவாமிஜி அவர்களுக்கு எங்கள் மனமார்ந்த நன்றிகளை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். நன்றி சுவாமிஜி.
Next, we will have a beautiful session in part of program. Our Amrita Vidyalayam Erode students are going to present a beautiful dance performance. Please welcome our talented students for their dance performance.
மனங்
परिपालय परमेशी कमलालय श्रीदेवी कुरिपिंचवे करुणांबुरासी धीमतारा चतुलतो जैसे गतुलतो शतुला नातुलतो शरणन्तिने जननी नाद विनोदिनी भुवन पालिनी भे अनाथ रक्षणनी विधिकारते पुरविनि चेरवटे నా ఆలోచనే నిరంతరం నీకు నివాళివ్వాలని నాలో ఆవేదనే ఆదరించేలా నివేదనవ్వాలని జీవంతో సేవలు చేశా సతతము నీ స్మరణే చతులతో ప్రాణమే నాట్యం చేసే కతులతో శతం మూల నదులతో శరణినే జనని నాద వినోదిని భువన పాలిని వే అనాథ రక్షణీ కారటే పురవిని చేరవటే
மனங்களை தொடும் சக்தி நடனம் மூலம் பெறப்படுகிறது என்ற நம் சத்குரு மாதா அமிர்தானந்தமயி தேவியின் கூற்றுப்படி அனைவரின் மனதையும் ஈர்த்த மாணவ செல்வங்களுக்கும் பயிற்சி அளித்த ஆசிரிய பெருமக்களுக்கும் எங்களின் மனமார்ந்த நன்றிகளை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம்.
പരശതം വിത്തിലും പരമാണു പൊരുളിലും കുടികൊള്ളുമമ്മേ. പരശതം വിത്തിലും പരമാണു പൊരുളിലും കുടികൊള്ളുമമ്മേ. ഭജനം മധുരം ഹരിതം മധുരം സുന്ദരം മധുരം പ്രസാദം മധുരം കടാക്ഷം മധുരം ചരണം മധുരം ശിഷ്യരും മധുരം ശിക്ഷണം മധുരം ശകായം മധുരം ഉപദേശം മധുരം അമൃതപുരേശ്വരി അഖിലം മധുരം അമൃതപുരേശ്വരി അഖിലം മധുരം തിരുകഥയാമൃതം വാഴ്ത്തിപ്പാടുവാൻ മതിവരുവോളവും അനുമതി തരികമ്മേ. തിരുകഥയാമൃതം വാഴ്ത്തിപ്പാടുവാൻ മതിവരുവോളവും അനുമതി തരികമ്മേ. എന്നെ വിട്ടു പോകല്ലേ, എന്നെ വിട്ടിട്ടു പോകല്ലേ, നിന്റെ മടിത്തട്ട് മാത്രമല്ലമ്മ എനിക്കെന്നെന്നും ആശ്രയം. എന്നെ വിട്ടു പോകല്ലേ, എന്നെ വിട്ടിട്ടു പോകല്ലേ, നിന്റെ മടിത്തട്ട് മാത്രമല്ലമ്മ എനിക്കെന്നെന്നും ആശ്രയം. ഇപ്പോൾ പിറന്ന കുഞ്ഞിനെ പോലെ അന്ധനാണമ്മ, ഞാൻ ഇന്നനാഥനാണമ്മ. ഈ ലോകമായെ കുറിച്ചെനിക്കൊന്നും അറിയില്ലമ്മേ, നീ മാത്രമാണമ്മേ എനിക്കെന്നും ആധാരം, എനിക്കെന്നും ആധാരം. എന്നെ വിട്ടു പോകല്ലേ, എന്നെ വിട്ടിട്ടു പോകല്ലേ, നിന്റെ മടിത്തട്ട് മാത്രമാണമ്മ എനിക്കെന്നെ
Now it's time to take a short break. So we expect everyone to come back at 11:30 for the next session. Please sit down, stay back for a few minutes.
I'm sending you the form now. Coming.